my channel. I'm Julie with Bookshelf by Julie. Today we're going to be making some cute little, what I'm calling embroidered charms, okay? You know all these stitches, and we've done them. I mean, you know, we just embroidered little places and things like that. Well, we're just embroidering on a smaller piece, but the same size, all right? So, super simple and easy, really. I'm using, well, we're going to start this. This is probably going to be a 2-video type thing, okay? Because you got to get all your stuff and get set up, and then, you know, make your embroidery pieces, and then, you know, I'll just show you. So, what I'm using for these ones are these little things here. They're, they have a kind of a lobster claw clasp up there. I think people get them to make like bags with. I just use them for this, okay? So, isn't that pretty though? Yeah. I use different colors. There's like 4 or 5 different colors in there. So you've got gold and rose gold, which is really cute. And that's our fluffy stitch. Remember we did that? Okay, and we've got this one. That's a sort of a bronze colored one, and yeah, super cute, right? I mean, it's, and that was our feather stitch with some French knots. See, we've done all these things. These are the chains and the French knots in the middle. This one is just a silver lobster claw thingy-do. Okay? Yeah, I think people use those to make bags, but I didn't do it that way. I did it this way. So this one, now these are all the same. Let me show you these. These are all the same color. I just got all the antique-y looking ones, and they're different sizes. As you can see, there are lots of different sizes. The longer ones, a little bit shorter. I think mostly I use these ones, but they come in a whole set. So there's little tiny short ones, even tinier short ones right there. So anyways, and you get the little lobster claws and the chains and the little jump rings, the whole spiel, you know. Get that closed. You don't want to have a problem with all that getting loose. Anyways. So what I did was I clamped that on the top, right? And then I put the chain, and the jump ring goes here. And then a jump ring goes there to attach the lobster claw. And I just kind of threaded it through my little card because, I don't know. So yeah, pretty simple. Now, do you have to do this? No. You can do whatever you've got in your stash. If you've got jump rings, if you've got clips, you've got whatever you've got, you can use them on this. It's no big deal. That one I did to look kind of like a tulip. Now this is okay. This I did on lace, of course. This is the lace I used. It's got holes, so you have to, when you're working with lace, it's always going to have holes. All right, so you have to kind of work around that. That gets a little hinky, but once you do, you know, once you get into it, it's okay. Then this is the other one that I use for these ones down here. This is a ribbon binding. It's a 1-inch. You can go smaller if you so wish. I thought this would be a good place to start on making something like this. Okay, it's just a 1-inch herringbone ribbon binding, and if you know, if you want, I'll put a link down in the description if you want to get this. The lace is on Amazon. This is on Amazon. It's all on Amazon. You know, they have everything that's havable. Sometimes they run out of things, and you go, okay. So this is the one. This is just a little. I think I put a button under that to give it more dimension. But anyways, there's that. And then this one, I think that was the one couching stitch down through there, and then I put French knots. Yep. And I think this is the same thing, just different color French knots. So yeah, pretty simple. So easy. Now we've got all these stitches. We apply them in different ways. I'm calling them embroidered charms. Okay, now I've not seen anybody do these. That doesn't mean that nobody's done them, okay? But I've not seen anybody do these. I've seen them do the little metal pieces, and we're going to do those too. Not right now, but we're going to do those. We are. I'll show you. It's so easy, guys. So easy. And then you've got some really pretty things, right? I mean, seriously. Okay, so let me get these pretty things out of the way. I think they're pretty. I just had to make up some little cards to put them on to sort of showcase. I didn't think they would show up good on a white background. You can use any color lace or binding or whatever. I would suggest using a neutral color because you really want your thread color to pop. So if you use a white or a beigey tan kind of color, then you know you're going to have pop with your thread color, right? Okay, so I'm going to be using this. It's the heat erasable pen. I got junk on my. So it's not expensive, and you get a gob of the little inky things that you put in there. Check the reviews, because one lady said that she would never use those because they leave a residue. This kind doesn't. I'll put a link to this one down in the description box. This one I know doesn't, because I've done it over and over and over and over and over, and it's not left any marks anywhere. No residue kind of thing. Okay? Alright. So I've got these over here so I could show you. We're going to be doing our little fluffy stitch. It's called the turkey stitch. Don't ask me why, I don't know. And let's see, the feather stitch, we're going to use that one. Not sure I'm going to use this one because that's the Danish one. I really prefer the French knot, but you can use that one. Make it a little bit smaller to go in the middle of the fluffy, you know. I don't know. So we're going to be using this one and some French knots and some, oh, we could use some of these. Anyways, we're going to get started and see where we go with it. All right. This is what I've done. I've got the smallest Nerge embroidery hoop. So, and I've got one strip of the ribbon binding and one strip of the lace. You need it to be really good and tight. Okay. Now you can do this without. Now I find that gets a little bit tedious because these are small. They're narrow. Okay. You can make them as long as you want. I think I'm going to make some like bookmarks with a lace piece on the front. Oh, I got ideas and plans and thoughts and all kinds of stuff going on in my head. Anyways, we're just staying with this for now. Okay, so I just stretched them across there. Now you don't have to have the hoop, you know, holding on to every piece of everything you're doing. I think I've said that before. Just stretch it across there. Have you some layover over here, you know, and put your design that you want on here. Give yourself some room because you're going to be cutting that in half. Both of them. This makes 4 to do this. Okay. Now, because you're going to fold this up and make that one charm and that one charm. Now, on the ones I did before, bring these back in. These I didn't put anything in the middle, and I think I'm going to stick with that. These ones I did put some felt in the middle, and they're a little poofy. They've got a little bit of poof. I'm just going to go with the flat, okay? It's simple and easy. I was just experimenting with those, you know. So we're going to keep it flat and simple. Our embroidery might not be flat, okay? But, you know, especially the fluffy stitch, it's going to be, you know, dimensional, right? On purpose, because yeah, get some of this stuff out of my way. I know you can't see it, but it's in my way. So, all right, now we need to decide what you're going to do here and here and here and here. You can put one here, one here, one here, one here. Okay, that's simple. I'm only going to do one at a time and I'm going to start here because this is easier than this. Neither one of them is impossible. I just showed you. They're super easy, guys. I promise. But we're going to start and do one here. Okay? And then we'll go up here. I think we'll start out with... Well, let's get that turkey stitch. Let's do that one first. So, instead of doing it in a straight line, we're going to make a circle. You don't want your circle to be too big because you want to have enough room inside to put a French knot or two, right? But other than that, you want your circle to be out here, okay? So let's go with putting a circle here, like so. And then we're going to draw a little stem like so. So easy, right? And then we can make a little line here and a line here to put a leaf, maybe a detached chain kind of situation, right? So let's do that one first. Get your needle book out. I hope you guys made one of these. Because if not, get you a pin cushion and, do that. Get you some threads. I've got this one already threaded up, so why not use that one, right? As soon as I get it out of there. Okay. I know it's a little messy, but I've been using it a lot. And sometimes when you use things a lot, it gets a little bit used. It does. Okay, so let's see. Did I do a... Oh, no, I don't want to do a knot. Don't do a knot for the turkey stitch because we're going to leave this sticking up, right? I prefer calling it the fluffy stitch, but you can, call it the turkey stitch. That's the official, I think, name of it. Is the, the turkey stitch. Don't want it too big, but you don't want to pull too much in there. Hold on to that, remember? We're going to put just some little short back stitches. That's more or less what this is. It's a back stitch and you leave the loop out and don't pull it all the way through, right? Okay. You want to hold it till it gets down to the level of where you want it. Then, right like that. Then hold it. Then hold it. Yeah, don't get psyched out over this one. It's easy to do, and it looks so nice on there. And you're cinching each stitch down there, so it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to stay where you put it. Right, like so. Even-ish, it doesn't matter. You're going to trim it off, right? So, yeah, don't worry about if it's super duper straight and even. You're just going to trim that off to make the fluffies, right? It's just that way. Come along, you. Okay. Get it right somewhere close to there. That one wanted to twist up on me. That's okay. I don't care. It's fine. So, yeah. You see how this could be a little bit hinky if you were doing it without a hoop. Now, you can use the round hoop, the square hoop, the whatever hoop you want to use. It just doesn't matter. You just want it to be holding stuff still for you is what you want. Really. Okay, I'm going to turn around a little bit here. So, but yeah, we're going to do one of these, well, maybe one a week. Oh, how about that? And then we'll take them off the hoop, of course, and I'll show you how I put them together. That's so easy, guys. You'll need a little bit of regular sewing thread, like if you're going to mend something or what have you. And yeah, and those hardware things I showed you. Come on now. But yeah, this is just easy. I thought, well, you know, we can make something really pretty and use our stitches. It's good for practice. And when you get done, you got something really pretty, right? You're just going right back in. Like you were doing a back stitch. And that's one of the easiest stitches you can do, right? Oh, I pulled that a little too far. Come on out. Okay. Now, so as we go back through, we're just going to make short little stitches. I'm coming right back up where that one went in, so that I can make this last little stitch. Cute, huh? Okay. All right. Now that we've got that, we've got this, all this space in here, and you want to do your French knots or your bead or whatever you want to. You could do a Danish knot in there. Whatever you're going to do it before you cut your threads, because yeah, they get in the way. They get in the way. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and knot this off in the back, because yeah, I guess I could have just tied it. Probably would have been better, but we'll see if this will work. I'm just so used to doing it this way. We'll see. We'll see. None of this is going to be seen, so it's all good, right? If it gets a little weird, it's all good. Because when you fold this over and make your charm, all that's on the inside. Makes sense, right? I think. I hope. Excuse me. Okay. Now, let me stick this in my... Oh, look at this. Is that adorable? It's a pincushion. It's cute. I couldn't not get it. Okay. All right. Now I need some white, if possible. Get back in your pocket, you silly. Okay. Which one's got the white on it? Here it is. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and just do some French knots in here. Just fill it up with French knots. Super simple and easy now that we know how. Or if you've got those little tiny seed beads you want to use, go ahead on and do that. Super easy to do, right? Yeah, the fluffies get in your way even more than those do. So, just saying. Yeah. You want to have, let's see, I'm going to put probably 3, maybe 4. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Okay. All right, just remember to pull your threads back out of the way, and you can pull them. They're there. You're not gonna worry about them, you know, getting all pulled out. That won't happen because you have back stitched them all the way in there. Get them out of the French knot. Okay, but yeah. Best to do it beforehand. Or you could even do it before you put those stitches in there. Nothing wrong with that. You might have to put an extra or something after the fact, but that's okay. It's fine. Okay, now I think that'll do us. See if I can get the camera to focus on it. Okay. I don't know if it's focusing or not. There it goes. Okay. So now we've got that in there. Knot it off on the back. I'm using the 6 strands. It gives more, I guess, more dimension, and it's easier for you guys to see. Put this in my pin cushion. Okay. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and do our stem and our leaves, and then we'll cut our fluffies around. Okay. Let me get my green. Super cute. I do love using this now that I've got it made. I thought, will I use it? But yes, I do. So it's all right, right? Okay. I think I'm going to use our, we'll use the stem stitch, why don't we? That'll be pretty. Right up and under these stitches. Okay. Yep, just do that. Keep these stitches out of the way. Just put it right in there. Well, get this out of the way. Did I go through that? That is not nice. Okay. I sewed through my back. Oh my word. Okay. When you do something like that, take your needle off and pull it through. Now, let's see. Yep. Just take your needle off and pull it right through and undo the boo-boo, right? This is gonna be one of those things. Yeah, because, you know, that's the thing. Handy dandy needle threader right back in here. But yeah, that's the easiest way to solve that problem. Is just take that. I'm going to trim the end off of this because it's got a little frazzled. Okay. Yeah. We always have solutions, right? Okay. We're back at it now. Okay. Okay, now we're going to go back where we were. Nudge that right over. You could use a split stitch. You can use, well, you could use the couching stitch. That would, what in the world? That would be super simple and easy. Really. Whatever you want to use. I just thought a stem stitch would be a thing here on our stem, you know. So yeah. It gives it a little bit of dimension and a little bit of swirl. It's got kind of a swirl look, but you could do a back stitch and then weave in between it. We've done that, right? We have. So there's that. You could do it that way. Whatever way you want to do it. It's your charm. You're making it. So let's get this down here, and then we'll go ahead and make our little detached chains. So we're going to make one here. You want it to be right in those stitches, not like you're going to make it a chain, not like you're going to make it a split stitch, but right up and under there, so that you have it coming out and it looks like it's a leaf on the stem, right? Okay. You can twist it. I don't generally like mine to get all twisted, but you can twist it. People do that on purpose, you know. And then right back in there. Like so. One done. Do the other one. Just kind of nudge it right up and under there. If you need to, you can take something and pull this aside and then do that. It's all good. Yep. Okay. Then we're going to go up here. Make our other little leaf. Super, super cute. I think these little charms are adorable. You can hang these on your journals. You can hang them on your keychain. You can do whatever you want. They're really just, they're cute. They're decorative. And they add a bit of pretty into whatever project you're working on. Okay? Just get it knotted off now. And give it a little tug. Like I said, nobody's going to see the back of this. If you get it messy, mine got a little messy right there. If you get it messy, that's fine. Nobody's going to see that because you're going to sew it up. Okay, now let's go ahead and do our trimming on our turkeys. Okay, we're going to make it our little fluffy stitch fluffy now. Probably would be okay if you had sharper scissors than what they just need clean probably. Just saying. And then just, you know, just keep trimming. That can get out of the way now. Yep. Just keep trimming till you get it the way you want it. You don't have to have them all exactly the same because, well, no flower's all the same. I mean, really, they're not. But yeah, just keep trimming till you get it the way you want it. And then I've even seen some people get a little comb of some kind or a brush and brush them, comb them out. I don't do that, but maybe I should. I don't know, you know. I mean, you can just manipulate it around with your fingers. It's fine, you know. Got that one that's, oh, I see. It's just kind of twisted up in there, and I can untwist it and, yeah, do that. Okay. Yep. Now, you might want to do a thing. You might want to make sure you don't get too close to this, so I may trim a little bit more off on this side when I go to sew it together. Yeah, I might. But for now, this is okay. But yeah, I can take a little bit more of the fluff off of over here, or just sew underneath it. Whichever. It's fine. Now, we've got our little fluffy flower. See if I can get the camera to behave. There it goes. Okay. Super cute, right? Now, next time we'll do one, but we'll turn it around this way. So we're, you know, doing it this way. We'll turn it around this way and do that one. But yeah, we've got plenty of things that we can do with these little charms. They're gorgeous little things. I'm going to get some of these things out of the way. Here, 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 and here. And then we'll take them off and put them together. Super easy. And so pretty, guys. So pretty. I think they are. I hope you guys like them. I've got... Once you start making them, it becomes an addiction or something. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have said that word. YouTube would probably get me for saying it. But it becomes obsessive, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, you start making them, and you want to keep making them and making them. You come up with different ideas on what to put. Some are really simple. Some are just... I mean, they're fun. That's the one we did today, more or less. My stem could have been a little longer on that one, but I just put leaves out there. I didn't put a stem. So, how cute is that? Okay. You guys get your stuff together. Whatever you want to use. You can just tear some fabric. That would work. Or lace, or whatever you want to use. And we're going to make a lot of these little charms. We're going to make 4, for sure. I already made a whole lot. Okay. You guys go make something pretty today. You guys take care. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. TTFN.